Hey guys. So we have a dual band ranking this evening. Both of them are bands that Philip H. Anselmo has been a part of. Pantera and Down. So I'm going to start off with the Down stuff first. They have 5 albums. Okay? They have the 2 EPs, so technically not 2, or technically not 5, but they have 5 bits of music, I guess. Then they have 3 full studio albums, and they're supposed to finish off 2 other EPs, because there was supposed to be a 4 EP release, but they got 2 of them out, and of course, well, things just it's been weird lately. That's all I'm going to tell you. So I'm going to start off by ranking these. One of the EPs I have, and I absolutely do not know where it is. It's in there somewhere, and I'm not tearing that all apart. So I will start this off. One I have one I don't have because, well, but that's for another video for this weekend. So I'm going to go through these here and quickly rank these, and then I'm going to go into the Pantera stuff, which also I have 4 of the 5, but that's okay. So number 5, we're going to go with the second of the EPs, and they just call this they just call it the fucking Down EP, basically. They don't really have any sort of real title for it. This is a 6-song EP with songs like Steeple, We Knew Him Well, which We Knew Him Well has a video for it. Obviously we have Hogshead, Dog's Head, Conjurer, then we have Sufferer's Years, and Bacchanalia. Now, these songs here are a lot longer than your standardized tunes. Conjure has a creepy as hell video, and it's really long. It's about 8 minutes, and there is a small section where it gets chunky. Now, I got this used, as you could kind of tell. It's a little beat up here in the corners, but that's okay. Just a solo, just a single record. Really nice sort of green variant. So, really, really cool. I've only listened to this once on vinyl. I mean, I've heard it a bunch of different times, because being a big Down fan, right? Conjurer, like I say, is one of my bigger favorites. So that's number 5. I'm just gonna slide some of these records ahead and try not to spill stuff. There we go. And then to number 4, that'll be the other EP. Now, the other EP I have on CD, and there's some good tunes on there. There's like Open Coffin, Witch Tripper, and of course this is entitled the Purple EP. So, really, really great record, or really great EP. Stupid heavy. And, like I say, Witch Tripper, I think I've probably listened to almost more than any other Down song, except for another album that I'll get to here shortly. It's just, again, it's an EP, so they don't get ranked any higher than the studio stuff. Now, moving on to number 3, this was really difficult because this was actually, this album was the first one that I actually heard by Down. And that's A Bustle in Your Hedgerow. There's a bunch of tunes on there that I think, New Orleans is a Dying Whore. Of course, Ghosts Along the Mississippi, and a few others, but they're not coming to me because I don't physically have it in my hand. I've tried to search it out, and it's expensive. But again, I'll touch into that later on another video this weekend that I'll be doing for the metal tag, and hopefully I got to go through that and make sure I have everything and all, so on and so forth. Number 2, the very first Down album I actually owned. This was a Christmas gift from my wife, who I think she just asked the guys at the shop, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, you got to get this for him for sure, because he'll love it." And that is the third record, Over the Under. And of course, you can see there's a little bit of ring wear, and I don't know why, or maybe it's just the actual. No, maybe it's just the actual album cover. Maybe I'm just crazy. Three Sons, One Star, amazing track. The Path, NOD, Ice Cream, On March of Saints, Never Try, Beneath the Tides, His Majesty, The Desert, Pyramid, which is Kill in the Thrill of It All, Nothing in Return, Walk Away. And I think it's just a typical black vinyl on this. I think the only colored one that I had is... Yeah, this is just a regular black vinyl. I think the only different color that I had was just that second EP. Let me get this in here, and there's some pretty cool poster, but I'm not ever hanging that up because that's gonna sit right in here, because this actually means more to me than anything else. Now, as I said, when I opened this for, of course, when I got the gift from my wife at my in-laws, I was like, that's really heavy. I'm like, what the hell is that? She's like, well, they said it's heavy. I'm like, okay. But her, like, this would be, like, classified as sort of heavy for her. And maybe, like, Anthrax or something, or Pantera. But, yeah, no, this was, I really like that album cover. It's so simple. It's just this friggin', like, werewolf-looking thing trying to eat the sun, Over the Under. And as soon as I opened it, I'm like, oh wow, this is cool. And I was just really stoked to get this for Christmas, I'm not gonna lie. So that was my number 2, and of course, if you don't know by now, you're kind of silly. My number 1 and one of my big grails that I got last year, Down Nola. Classic. This entire album is filled with bangers. James Hetfield has gone on to say that this is an amazing record. Because it literally, like, you gotta think. Phil's on vocals. Pepper Keenan from COC is on this on guitars. Kirk Winstein from Crowbar. Jim Bauer on the drums. I mean, fucking come on. And the bass player has kind of been a rotated thing, but now it's been Pat Bruders on bass, and Pat's really fucking good too. So yeah, like... there's no other record. Nothing beats this in the Down discography. Nothing will ever beat this. Temptations Wings, Lifer, Pillars of Eternity, Rehab, which Long Day Lay Me No, it's just killer. Hail the Leaf, Under Everything, Bury Me in Smoke, Eyes of the South, Jail, which is sort of a little acoustic-y, hippie trippy kind of thing. This one's called Losing All. Stone the Crow, a blues rock track that gets a little bit upbeat. Pray for the Locust, Swan Song. Perfection. Just perfection. I mean, Phil back there looks like Phil back there with a cigarette and a little crown on the head. Now, we're gonna talk Pantera because that was Phil's first really, really big band. And this is going to cause a bit of an issue. Because I have struggled with this. Because when you... And I'm only doing the back half. Okay? I'm doing the back half only. Every one of these 5 that they've released is fucking perfection. There's not a dud in this back half of albums. So when it comes right down to it, this ranking is going to be hard because people are going to watch this and be like, "What are you talking about? You don't know Pantera." But again, like the Death ranking I did, Down's a little easier because it's literally that just rolls off the tongue. But this is Pantera, okay? And I don't have anything by them on vinyl. So, from my number 5, I don't own it. And I don't think there's any real reason why. I do have to pick it up at some point, because I know you can get them for next to nothing on CD now. At number 5 is Vulgar Display of Power. Here come the comments. How could you say that? That's a stupid thing to say. Blah. Well, fuck off somewhere. Walk is good. Fucking Hostile's great. But the rest just doesn't sit with me as well as the others, okay? And the top 2, well, I'm sorry, but there's a special reason why. So, too bad. Number 4. Again. And again, like I said, you got to realize that if you're a big Pantera fan like I am, this is not easy for me to do. Because Vulgar Display of Power is a fucking killer record. It's... if I had it in my possession and I was able to, just kind of relive some of the songs in my head over and over and over as much as I do with the others, then it could be a lot higher. Number 4. The debut, the groove metal debut, I should say. Cowboys from Hell. And people are probably, and again, oh my God, it should be number 1, it should be number 1 or number 2 or number 3. Guys, listen. The title track, Primal Concrete Sledge, Psycho Holiday, Heresy, Cemetery Gates, Domination, Shattered, Clash with Reality, Medicine Man, Message in Blood, The Sleep, and The Art of Shredding, it's all stellar. But again, I will get to the main reasons why the others rank. It's not that I don't love this record. It's not that I don't... obviously, I love the band, so this makes things very difficult for me. Or are you guys not getting this? That are probably going... Number 3. Reinventing the Steel. Outside of You've Got to Belong to It, Death Rattle, and Uplift, the rest of this is fucking stunning. Hellbound. Goddamn Electric. Revolution is my name. It makes them disappear. I'll cast a shadow. We'll grind that axe for a long time. My all-time favorite track off of this is Yesterday Don't Mean Shit. It's fucking perfection on tape or whatever. Now, these next 2 albums, as I've said, and I've stated this before many times. Many times. And these 2 could get switched in and out. So you're probably already going, some people are going, your opinion doesn't matter. Do me a favor. Go fuck yourself. You guys probably think Kiss is the best band in the world. So, and literally, like I said, this could be, this could go in and out, I could flip-flop on these at any point. But at number 2, and probably the first Pantera record that I actually had in my possession, and then I added its predecessor. This is the Great Southern Trendkill at number 2. The Great Southern, the title track, War Nerve, Drag the Waters, 13 Steps to Nowhere, Suicide Note Part 1, leading into Part 2, Living Through Me, Floods, and really the 3 tracks on here that I could crank the most: Suicide Note Part 1, Part 2, and then Floods, that typically drag the waters, 13 Steps, and the title track over and 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 over. So, as you guys know, now, obviously, my number 1 Pantera record, Far Beyond Driven. From the album cover to Strength Beyond Strength, Becoming, 5 Minutes Alone, I'm Broken, Good Friends and a Bottle of Pills, which is great for those who think it's stupid. Hardline, Sunken Cheeks is alright. Slaughtered is killer. 25 Years, which I actually, like about 6 years ago, really started to love that song again. It's just ba-da-doo-down, wa-da-doo-down, bop, just this simple little riff where fucking Phil's kind of doing this bop. You know, he's really, the cadence really goes with the beat. And it's fucking awesome. Shedding Skin, Use My Third Arm, Throes of Rejection. And then, of course, they put on Planet Caravan on this bonus. So this was the 2014, along with this here. No, this was 2016, this was 2014. I kind of got these around sort of the same time. The reason why these are my two top favorites, they were released so long ago, like, to put it to you this way, yeah, so this was out in 2000, so these were like mid-90s. These two albums were really instrumental in helping me grieve when my dad passed in 03. So that's the reason why these two get the most love, because they've stuck with me the most. This is sort of a raw, nasty sort of production from Terry Date, and this one here is just all beef, all day. Fucking, this is perfection on a record. That's not to say that this is not, and that's also not to say that this is not, because it's literally the fucking biggest band. Like, when I sit here and talk about bands like these guys, or Death, or, I mean, Death really sort of been like, over the last few years, I've started to appreciate those guys. But if you're talking like, you know, big sort of resonation with me, it's these guys. You know, it's definitely Pantera. I mean, speaking of which, while in the process of doing this video, my old bass player / guitar player from Belligerent messages me as I'm shooting this video, so it's even sort of weirder. And yeah, man, like, just, you know, this was the main reason why I got that band together. So anyways, guys, I want to thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate this. If you haven't yet, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to get notified when I'm doing videos. And seeing as we're on a lockdown again in New Brunswick, I'm going to be doing some more videos, probably over the next 16 days, including tomorrow. Well, maybe not tomorrow, so I'll be probably pretty busy tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to go through my metal tag. I'm going to get that set up. And I'm going to finish up a ranking video for another band. And I will get to that later. Cheers, guys.